Yo, what's up, it's your boy Marcus Willis.
And Devin Jackson.
Fat Boxing Show next week. You know, it's the year of rematches. We got Jermell, Charlo versus Tony Harrison the second time, and they have been at each other's throat.
Bad blood. Very bad blood. I ain't seen this since maybe Hagler Hearns.
Yeah.
Like they hate each other.
Yep.
A lot.
Yeah, so it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war.
I expect some knockdowns or knockout in this fight.
Yeah. Listen, the first fight, I think Charlo was very, subtle, and he gave a lot of respect to Harrison's boxing ability.
I think he got pulled into a boxing match.
Yeah.
He was waiting on one big shot, which just had to deal with Harrison's single punch, which was his jab. That
Y'all smart.
happened.
Y'all smart. He kept range,
He did.
boxed beautifully, and just stayed away. A lot of people argue that he didn't do enough to take Charlo's belt. I think clearly he controlled the fight, and he dominated with ease. It wasn't a fireworks fight,
Right. Charlo came forward a lot, but he didn't do much.
He didn't do anything.
Right.
He didn't do anything. Harrison controlled the fight.
Yeah, he did.
You know.
Showed a very, very good jab. I was actually surprised at how easy he could hit Charlo with that jab.
Yep. And I think that it could happen again.
I think so.
I think
Charlo's too emotional.
Yeah.
He's gonna revert right back to waiting on one big shot at a time.
What's gonna happen? Either the way I see it happening is, Harrison is gonna come in there and outbox him again, and Charlo is, because of his emotions, he's gonna go in there trying to knock Harrison out, and it's gonna be an easier boxing match for him, because he's gonna be exposed. I see Harrison outboxing him again, and maybe landing some big shots with the aggression that Charlo would bring this fight that he didn't bring last fight.
Right.
It'll be that emotional aggression.
Like he's very slick. Tony Harrison is a very slick fighter. He's been in there with guys like Triple G sparring, so he's gotten that experience. And he dealt with Charlo's power. Charlo stunned him a couple times in that fight, but he dealt with it and he came back and he stuck Charlo a few times. I think Charlo's gonna go right back to trying to find one punch. I know his coach calls for him to throw more punches, but he just won't. He fell in love with his power. He keeps trying to throw one punch at a time. And I just don't think that'll work for Harrison. You got to get a little bit busy.
Yeah, he does. Because Harrison will definitely,
he's going
to outbox him. He's going to either make the fight a boring fight just by staying away, or he's just going to, throw punches and bunches and, touch and turn, like a good Detroit fighter does. And, Harrison has been trained over in Florida, at St. Pete with Keith Thurman, not with Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman has been giving him some pointers, So a boxer that knows how to use the ring and, box and punch from utilizing that ring, he's getting advice from him. So I think that's going to help out a lot for him in this fight as well,
He gave him some great advice. I was listening in and he told him, do you want to hurt him as bad as he wants to hurt you? He said, then focus on boxing. Don't worry about the power.
Yep.
That was great advice. Don't get pulled into Charlo's game.
Stay composed. Stay composed. And I think Harrison will definitely be, he'll be able to do that. With all the emotions and everything, Charlo will definitely be the one that breaks and let that emotional pressure get to him and not fight his fight.
Mentally, Harrison's there. Yeah. I like his mentality.
Yeah. But, Harrison has been known to edge out a fight, and then at the end, got clipped.
Yep, his only two losses that happened both times.
So hopefully he can, for his sake, he can continue boxing and stay away from danger. But Charlo has that power to where he can, end the fight right then and there. So that's the good things, that the attributes that Charlo has. So he can definitely end the fight with one punch, So Charlo just has to, stay smart, not reach, and get emotional. And Harrison has to weather the storm and, just continue to stay composed and box and not get caught up at the end of the fight or, during the fight. He has to stay away from those big shots.
Very, very balanced fight. And we got some honorable mentions, on this undercard. We have Guillermo Rigondeaux, he's back, he's fighting. We have
his last fight.
Right.
Yep.
We got Andre Durrell on there as well. And then we have the heavyweight F.A. Jogba, another guy to keep an eye out for. He's been knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
Ronnie Shields fighter.
Definitely. I think he didn't really fight his best his last fight. He didn't look like, the killer like everybody expected. But, I think with consistency,
they can get him right.
Yep.
Yeah. He needs to get a little bit looser. He's a little too stiff.
Exactly. He's, been getting in there with guys, just knocking them out. Now that he's stepping up in competition, you know, it's going to show how much of a killer he really is.
Right.
So, Charlo versus Tony Harrison this weekend, the rematch, and then we got, you know, some honorable mentions, you know, on the undercard. Rigondeaux, F.A. Jogba, and Andre Jermell.
Good fights, man. Don't miss them.
All right. Let us know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Fat Boxing Show. We out.